All three of the Uncharted games for PS3 are being remastered.
Everything great about Halo Sandbox, all into one multiplayer.
Almost kind of no thought
I
would sell
think when I bought it,
consoles. I thought
about
the
great
biggest
wait.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Hey guys, Jake here from a cast of Geeks, and this is our unboxing and review of the Microsoft Surface Pro 4. The Microsoft Surface Pro line has always had a special place in my heart since its inception. The Surface has come a long way since then, and this is the fourth iteration of the tablet that can replace your laptop. So I don't have to waste time explaining what the Surface Pro is. Everyone already knows what the Surface Pro is, and the vision is here and it has been fully realized. So let's start with the actual unboxing. And here is the Surface Pro 4 itself, and I really like how as soon as you open the box it showcases the device first. So let's go ahead and pull it out and set that aside for now. Okay, and here's the manual and paperwork, which no one cares about. And here's the Microsoft Surface Pen. It's a little different from the last iteration, and it kind of looks like a pencil on this side. It has a button right here that you can't really see, but that is a button. And here's the OneNote button, which is also an eraser, and it is made of this really nice rubbery felt material. Here is the charging cable. It's really compact, which I really like. Okay, here's a Microsoft Surface Pro 4 itself, and I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the plastic, which is always really satisfying. Okay, I'm going to do a rundown of all the ports. On the right hand side we have a USB 3.0 port, a mini display port, Microsoft's own proprietary connector, a groove to pull out the kickstand, and on the bottom here we have a Microsoft Surface keyboard connector. And on the left hand side we have nothing except for a 3.5mm headphone jack. And on the top here we have nothing except for a power button and a volume rocker. Like the Surface Pro 3, there's a micro SD card slot underneath the kickstand. Here is the Microsoft logo. It looks really nice, although it tends to attract fingerprints. Overall, this is a really nice device, and it's really thin considering the power this thing packs, and I just love this kickstand. I think that is one of my favorite features, and I really think that it should be a standard feature on all tablets. Well, this has been our unboxing of the Microsoft Surface Pro 4. Now it's time for the review.
Hey guys, I'm Jake,
And I'm Jalen.
and we're going to be giving our initial thoughts and impressions on the Surface Pro 4, as well as demoing a few things.
Yep. So you spent a little time now with the Surface Pro 4.
Spent about a day and a half with it.
Okay. And so you're kind of starting to get a feel for some of the strengths and the weaknesses that the product has.
Yeah.
You know, looking at this thing initially, I think that display is probably the first thing that you kind of see. Yeah.
It's a really nice display. Like this display is probably one of the best displays that I've seen on any computer.
Right. And what's the resolution of this thing?
Yeah, the resolution is 2736 by 1824.
That's pretty incredible.
That's a really high resolution. Which it's kind of an odd resolution too, but it's a 2:3 or a 3:2. I mean, aspect ratio.
Which kind of gives you that I think that's a happy medium between the traditional 16:9 and then also providing you with something that's better when viewing documents, like document sized things.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely good for documents. Like you could turn it up like this, and scrolling up and down documents is
Sure.
it's really nice.
Okay, and then I guess moving on to the design of the product, what's kind of some things that you've noticed, with the how the product was designed?
I mean, I really like the design of the Surface. like the kickstand is probably my favorite feature of the Surface, and I like how it goes all the way out to this farthest angle, and I like how it has all these ports on the sides. Has like a USB 3.0 port and a mini display port, which is really nice to have.
I think probably the thing that I like the best about this is I really like the way it doesn't have like places where it's supposed to stop. Anywhere you let go, that's where the kickstand stays.
Yeah, I liked it a whole lot. Yeah. It doesn't have like set positions like previous versions.
Right. Sure.
It's really nice. I think that was a lot of like really great engineering on Microsoft's part.
Now this thing has been touted as a laptop replacement. Performance-wise, how does this thing stack up against your traditional laptop?
Performance on this thing is really great. And this is the base model, the Core M. And performance even on the Core M is really great. I didn't have any issue with performance when I was using it. And I did a lot of Geekbench scores and a lot of benchmarks and stuff. And I mean, it was pretty much on par with 4th generation Intel Core i5 processor. That's like a U series processor. So I mean, it's done some like some tests on how the temperature of the computer was, like what temperature it stayed at, and it stayed at around 40 through 50 degrees Celsius, which is really good.
Yeah, and that is particularly pertinent because this thing does not have a fan.
Yeah,
correct?
It's fanless, and my computer has a fan. It's a 4th gen Intel Core i5, and the performance is similar, but they stay at the same degrees. So that's really good, I think, on the on Intel's part. Okay. I'm going to be doing kind of a demo here of a real world scenario of how kind of maybe what your workflow might be if you buy this device. Going to be kind of demoing having a lot of tabs open here, and maybe using it side by side with a Word document in case you're maybe doing a school paper or anything like that, and you're going through a lot of tabs. I'm just going to kind of be going through the tabs and kind of seeing how the RAM holds up, because it's only got 4 gigabytes of RAM. Kind of see if any of these tabs that I opened up has been dumped in the memory. And it looks like all these tabs are good. And I mean, I got probably 12 tabs open here. I'm going to start playing the video
All
here.
3 of the Uncharted games for PS3 are being remastered.
Everything great about Halo Sandbox. I'm going to go ahead and turn that down. I mean, this is pretty good, and you can go over here to your document here, and I mean, it's buttery smooth. Go here maybe and open up a program. Open up Chrome. Chrome's usually a hog. That's not bad.
Absolutely. I actually dodged Windows 8 entirely.
Okay, so you've shown that this thing is incredibly powerful, but what about the tablet side of this thing? How is the actual portability of this device?
The portability for a laptop is really good. It weighs, like, with the keyboard on, it weighs, I think, only like a little over 2 pounds, which is, I mean, that's a pretty good weight for a laptop. But as a tablet, I was doing some reading and other things, like casual things, the other day. And using this device, and just felt like a behemoth, like it just felt really like uncomfortable to read anything on it, which I didn't like that at all. And like the corners are a little like whenever they go into your hands, it's a little uncomfortable. Like you can try that, like holding it like this, the corners going into your hands.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a little heavy too. I mean, it's not too bad, but I mean, for like if you're reading, like I was reading some comic books, and I was on about. I read about 3 comics, and by the time I got to the end of the 3rd one, my arms were getting tired, and so which that was only like a few minutes. It doesn't take long for you to get tired out with this.
So, as a tablet, it wasn't really up to snuff for you.
No.
Okay.
But I mean, portability in terms of a laptop, I think it's one of the best in the business.
You've actually decided to take this product back. Is that right?
Yep, I'm going to return.
Could you kind of explain, your rationale behind that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that a lot of people need to know about, because I mean.
So if I'm a person looking to buy this product like you did, explain to that person what it is that turned you off about it.
I mean, the thing that turned me off was battery life. The battery life on the Surface Pro 3, it was about 7.5 hours. I mean, they rated it at 9 hours. This is also rated at 9 hours, but the battery life on either wasn't 9 hours. But I mean, 7.5 hours I think is good. That's good enough for a device at this price. But I was getting 4.5, 5 hours with this, and that's just, to me, that's unacceptable. Yeah. For a device that costs as much as this one does. I'm not impressed at all with the battery life, and I'm quite disappointed with it, which is why I'm sending it back. I think that Microsoft was really just misleading with that. I mean, if they claim 9 hours and you get half of that, that's...
Yeah, I mean, that's just unacceptable, I think. So what it sounds like to me is this thing, if you really want a great portable laptop, this thing, this may be a good product for you, but, like, it sounds like the actual tablet side of it is really lacking.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't buy this, though, to replace an iPad Air. I definitely wouldn't do that. Because it's just not going to do it.
Right.
But I mean, if you don't own an iPad Air already, and you just want like a new laptop, then you may like appreciate the ability to detach the screen.
Right. So if you're a person who is looking to buy an ultra thin laptop, you're saying this should be grouped more into that class. Yeah. All right, and talk about some of the kind of exclusive Windows 10 features that are kind of a part of this tablet. Like, how is Windows 10 on a tablet?
Windows 10 on a tablet, I actually like it. I mean, the software I don't think is one of the issues with this device. I mean, Windows 10 wasn't one of the things that I was complaining about whenever I was using it. I liked it. It was a nice experience. And the app ecosystem, like as far as touch app goes, I mean, I know it's got the x86 to fall back on, but that's kind of limited. But I mean, it had everything that I use, and that's all that matters to me. Which if it doesn't have what you use, then I know it doesn't have like an Amazon, like the Amazon Instant Video thing that they have. It doesn't have an app for that. So if you watch that, you might be kind of annoyed by that, which I don't though.
Yeah. Okay, and I guess one other thing that we haven't mentioned was talk about your experience with the Surface Pen.
Oh yeah, the Surface Pen I think is by far my favorite feature on the device. And I really like how it just magnetically clips to the side there. That's a really nice feature, I think. Yeah, something else I like about it is I like how whenever you press this button, it automatically opens up OneNote, which is a really nice feature, even when the device is locked. So I'm going to go ahead and lock the device and just go ahead and press the OneNote button, and there we go. It opens up OneNote instantly, and I really like this angle too. That's like the handwriting angle here, and it's really sturdy at this angle, and I'm a really big fan of like how accurate the pen is. And the hand blocking technology is really nice. I haven't had any issues with that. Seems to pick it up really well. And I also like that this has an eraser on the end. It's like a rubbery felt. It's a rubbery felt, so you just turn it around and it's really natural just to erase what you wrote, which is really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and demo the pressure sensitivity on the Sketchbook app. Okay, so this is the best app I think that I have to demo the pressure sensitivity. So you can go like really light. You can go like really light. You see how light that is? And then you can just go really dark or really light, which is really great, I think.
You're like Bob Ross right now. I'm just gonna put a little tree right here.
This is like really natural though. Like you almost like want to brush off those erasure shavings.
Okay, so what are some other kind of really good features that you've seen from Windows 10 on this particular device?
I think one of my other favorite features on this device is Windows Hello. So what Windows Hello is, it has a facial recognition camera that you'll just sit down and it'll recognize you and it'll automatically log you in. And it's really cool because I think it does like it's like an infrared scanner. And so like I think it can even recognize you in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna kind of demo.
Yeah,
turn
let's
the lights out and see if it actually recognizes.
Yeah, let's put it to the test.
All right. So now we turned all the lights out, and I'm gonna see if it can recognize me even in the dark. I've got my hand over my face right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove it and see what it does. Oh, there it goes. Instantly.
Yeah,
There's no delay at all.
In the dark.
Even in the dark. So what are your thoughts on Windows Hello and how it works, how well it works?
I think it's really fast and really responsive.
I mean, it just works. It's plain and simple.
Yep.
I think that it's kind of Microsoft's answer to what Apple's done with the Touch ID. So I mean, that's really nice. So what we're going to do now is kind of demo the camera quality, which is really nice, surprisingly. I think it's actually, like, I actually recorded something with it once, and I actually think that it's better than the iPad Air's camera.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and switch it to video mode. This is a test. This is a test of the quality of the Surface Pro camera. Which is,
Guys.
Okay, this is a test of the like Skype video calls, and it's actually not bad. Not too shabby at all. It's a 5 megapixel camera, I think, which is not bad.
All right, and what about the speakers on this thing? Like, how's it going to be when I'm watching Netflix, when I'm watching YouTube, and just consuming media?
Yeah, the speakers are really nice. I think that's one of the better things about the device. It has front-facing speakers, and they actually get pretty loud. I'm going to do a demo of the speaker quality here. So I'm going to play one of our videos from our channel.
Put the mic there so you kind of hear what that sounds like.
I'm going to start it at about 10 on the volume. So I'm going to go from really low to really high. Well, I wonder why it's not playing the video. Oh, there it goes. This is about halfway. This is full blast.
Cast of Geeks here, and we're gonna be taking.
So kind of overall, like the verdict is, it's a great device, and I like it a lot. There's a lot of things that I really like about the device, including what we just discussed before, like the display, the pen, and the pen is something I'm really going to miss, and the display is something I'm going to miss. And I mean, and if you're on the fence about like purchasing this device, the battery life, it may be something to kind of turn you off on this device like it did me. So that's something to consider. But
okay, and my thoughts just to kind of piggyback off what you said. I think if you're in the market for a really portable laptop, this is something that you might want to look into. However, there are a lot of portable laptops that offer much better battery life than this device.
Like the MacBook Air, for instance.
Exactly, yeah. So if if you want a thin laptop, this thing may check the right boxes for you. But if you're someone who likes to read books, if you like to read comics or do things that you might do on a traditional tablet, this thing, it's not going to be as pleasurable as like as an iPad Air or something like that for a test such as
really
that.
heavy. Yeah. So overall, I think it's a good device, and whenever it's not plugged into a charger, it's great. It's just you can't go too far for too long without it, and that's kind of a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, it's a deal breaker on a device that prides itself on how portable it is.
Yeah.
All right, but that's kind of been our impressions and just on the Microsoft Surface Pro 4. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, share this video. Thanks for watching.